She wasn't just a queen. Hatshepsut ruled as a king, with a false beard, royal crowns, and full pharaonic power. Over 3,400 years ago, she became Egypt's most successful female pharaoh. She built massive temples, led peaceful trade missions, and brought wealth and stability to Egypt without a single war. But after she died, her stepson erased her name from monuments, smashed her statues, and tried to delete her from history. For 3,000 years, she was forgotten, until archaeologists found her hidden tomb in the Valley of the Kings. Today, her statues stand again, a symbol of power, intelligence, and a woman who refused to be silent. He had no royal blood, no crown, no title of king, but he shaped a pharaoh's reign. His name was Senenmut. He served Queen Hatshepsut as her architect, her advisor, her closest confidant. He carved her temple into cliffs, Deir el-Bahari, a masterpiece of harmony. And in secret places, he carved his own face, watching over her for eternity. But after her death, his name was erased, his statues destroyed. Yet his work still stands. This is the power of a hidden genius. Forget Alexander. Egypt had its own Napoleon 1,000 years earlier. Thutmose III led 17 military campaigns, conquered 350 cities, and expanded Egypt's empire to its greatest size. But he didn't start as a warrior. He was overshadowed by his stepmother Hatshepsut for 20 years. Only after her death did he take full control and rewrite history. He even erased her name from monuments. Was he a brilliant general or a jealous son? Either way, Thutmose III built an empire that lasted centuries. He shattered 2,000 years of tradition in just one reign. Akhenaten didn't just change religion, he erased gods, moved the capital, and declared the sun disk Aten as the only deity. His strange, elongated statues shocked Egypt. Was he a visionary or a heretic? Some say he suffered from a rare disease. Others believe he was the world's first monotheist. Love him or hate him, Akhenaten changed history forever. Would you follow a god no one had worshipped before? She wasn't just beautiful, she was powerful. Nefertiti, queen of ancient Egypt, ruled alongside Pharaoh Akhenaten during one of the most radical eras in history. Together, they abandoned traditional gods and worshipped only the sun god Aten. Her iconic bust, discovered in 1912, still captivates the world with its flawless symmetry and mystery. But where did she vanish? Some say she became a pharaoh herself under a new name. Others believe she faded into legend. One thing's certain, Nefertiti wasn't just a face, she was a force. Who do you think she really was?
Amenemhat III wasn't a traditional pharaoh. He was the CEO of civilization, ruled for 45 years, the longest reign of his era. He built the largest dam in the ancient world in the Fayum, turning Nile waters into a massive artificial lake to irrigate land year-round. He created the first resource management office in history, recording wheat, oil, and linen output from every village. Every official was audited. Every farmer was paid. He launched Egypt's first organized tax system. Pyramids weren't built, they were produced. Egypt wasn't ruled, it was managed. He was the first to understand power doesn't come from temples, it comes from harvests.
Long before the Great Pyramid, there was a man who changed history. His name was Imhotep. He served Pharaoh Djoser, but his mind belonged to the gods. He designed the Step Pyramid, the first stone building in a human history. He healed the sick with herbs, wisdom, and words. He wrote the words of truth and taught Egypt how to dream in stone. After he died, they didn't just remember him, they worshipped him as a god of healing and knowledge. For over 2,000 years, people came to his temple asking for miracles. He was not a king, but his legacy outshone many pharaohs. This is the power of one brilliant mind. This is Ramses II, one of the most powerful pharaohs in Egyptian history, and this 12-meter-tall statue weighs 83 tons. Carved over 3,200 years ago from a single block of quartzite, it once stood at the entrance of his temple in Memphis. Ramses ruled Egypt for 66 years, had over 100 children, and built more temples and statues than any other pharaoh. In 2006, this giant was moved through the streets of Cairo, a 10-hour journey just to reach its new home, the Grand Egyptian Museum. Today, it's the guardian of the museum, watching over 100,000 ancient treasures, the greatest ruler with the greatest statue. This is the golden mask of Tutankhamun, made of solid gold, inlaid with lapis lazuli, quartz, and obsidian. It weighs 11 kilograms and is over 3,300 years old. Discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter, the mask covered the young pharaoh's mummy. To help his soul recognize his body in the afterlife, Tutankhamun died at just 18 years old. But his tomb was so well hidden, it stayed untouched for more than 3,000 years. Today, this mask is Egypt's most famous treasure and the centerpiece of the Grand Egyptian Museum, a face of gold that changed history forever. She wasn't just beautiful, she was brilliant. Her name was Cleopatra. She ruled Egypt alone in a world of Roman emperors. She spoke 9 languages, negotiated with Caesar, and sailed into history on a golden barge. She wasn't Egyptian by blood, but she honored the old gods and called herself the daughter of Isis. When Rome came, she fought not with armies, but with strategy, courage, and pride. She chose freedom over surrender. Her death ended a dynasty, but her legend never died. This is the truth of Cleopatra,